And see, I know because I'm one. I dealt with this shit. I had to find out who my daddy was just by overhearing my mama running her mouth to one of her friends on the porch. I grew up trying to figure out who my father was, and she would never tell me the truth because she never took the time to get a DNA test. She really didn't want to know the truth. She was still stuck on the fact that she wanted my daddy. And so every time she saw my dad, she just kept talking about how he was so fine, he was this, he was that. But then when he messed around and got married to his wife, oh my God, she turned so dark. And when I tell y'all, that woman never had nothing nice to say about my daddy. So when my daddy got on his deathbed, I know it was partially due to some of the shit my mama wished upon him. So yeah, a lot of times you think your daddy disappeared for no reason. No, it's because you had a bitter ass mother. And I ain't trying to say your fathers are all perfect, because some of your daddies ain't shit. But I'm just simply saying, most of us had some shitty moms, and they never got over the father, so they made you suffer because the daddy didn't want their funky ass no more. And he got sick and tired of dealing with trying to fight her to see you, so he gave up. He got tired of trying to come visit you. And you thought your daddy just abandoned you? You thought your daddy just said fuck you? No, it was your mama in the way, blocking. And now some of us grew up bitter mamas doing the same shit to our children. All because you bitter because your baby daddy don't want you no more. That's a generational curse. Stop making your children suffer because of a person don't want you no more. If it was meant for y'all to be together, you'd be together. I promise you. I got pregnant by a fucking warlock. My child's father is a warlock. I begged him to come see his baby, and he went out of his way to not come see her. So she grew up thinking that I was stopping her from seeing her daddy, and I kept telling her, no, I'm begging this man to come see you. And he did everything in his power not to, all because his funky little dick ass was mad because I didn't want him no more. His cheating, no good lying ass was mad because I didn't want him no more. So he abandoned my fucking child every chance he got. He lied to my child and told her that it was me that still wanted him when I'm the one dumped him. I'm the one put his cheating ass out. But he kept lying to my daughter, telling my daughter that I was the problem. And she grew up resenting me, believing his bullshit until she got grown. And now I done let her go and let her go out there and figured it out on her own. Now she's seeing for herself with her own eyes without me saying a word that her father is a fucking warlock. And I have to apologize to her at the fact that I slept with a warlock and got pregnant. That's why her life was hard. But I gave her the best that I could give her with what I had by myself. But I raised my child alone. All because of a bitter daddy. My mama raised me alone because she was bitter. So a lot of y'all thinking your daddy just gave up on you. He was tired of fighting your mama. What you said, thank you. You are so true. The lady my father cheat with, she used to use witchcraft. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. My father died of witchcraft, and I know he did because at the end of the day, what you said, he's still with you. Yes, thank you. At the end of the day, my father, I know for a fact, was a victim to witchcraft because, let's be real, we grew up in church, and we had a bunch of judgmental church witches around us that was like wishing ill will, because when my parents got pregnant with me, my mother was 12 years old when she got pregnant with me. My father was the same age. But then the next day, she told me, this is what she said. I'm not making this shit up, but this came out of her mouth. My mother was like, girl, I just wanted some dick. And the next day I went down the street and I seen another fine ass something, and I had to have me a piece of that too. And boom. So she done slept with 2 men in less than 24 hours. She's a 12-year-old child having sex out of wedlock. Reckless sex. And she fucked around and found out when she got pregnant with my little big eye ass. And she could not get rid of me because back then abortions was not permitted and they couldn't afford it. So instead, she tried other ways to get rid of me by simply speaking ill will or thinking negative or trying to get rid of me through the womb. She disconnected from me in her womb. I know my mama didn't want me. I don't blame her. She was 12. She was a child. So I grew up resenting her, but then I had to understand, like, if you was 12 or 13, you probably be trying to get rid of a child too, because you don't want your mama to find out you out here fucking. You don't want nobody to find out that you been out here sneaking and geeking. But that baby exposed it. So when she got pregnant, she couldn't get rid of me. So now the church done demonized her for having sex out of wedlock. Now she sure enough don't want me, because now she hates me in her womb. So could you imagine being pregnant? 12 years old, pregnant with a baby, and everybody around you is talking about you. Everybody around you dogging you. Everybody around you condemning you to hell, right? So now that makes you disconnect from that baby in the womb. So now when I actually was born, they were wishing they could crucify me. I had a dream when I was 7 years old that my grandmother, my mama had pushed me off the cliff. And when I woke up, y'all, I saw myself falling in the air, but I never saw myself hit the ground. I'm literally crying real tears. And when I woke up, my grandmama was right beside me, digging in the drawer, trying to find me some church clothes. I was 7 years old. And a lot of things took place in my life when I was 7. I guess that's why God gave me the spiritual name 7. But at the same time, my daughter turned around and had the same dream. But she came to me when she was 13 and she said, Mom, I had a dream that you, grandma, mama, everybody took me to the cliff and pushed me off. I had never told anybody about my dream, but my daughter turned around and had a similar dream. So that lets you know that they not only wanted to get rid of me, they wanted to get rid of everything that came with me. That meant my bloodline. So I dealt with warfare from my family, my own mother, my own grandmother. And then, not to mention my father's side of the family, who disowned me too, wanted no parts with me because my mama was an embarrassment and all of this. So they threw me to the wolves and made me everybody's child but theirs. And these are evangelists. These are preachers of churches now that I'm telling y'all about. These are the same people who be in church secretly doing witchcraft. Secretly disowning children, but they on the pulpit preaching the word of God that they not living. So they hoped and prayed that my little black ass would die and just get rid of me so that I would not be speaking the truth today and telling how wicked these people were. So my father gave the fuck up on his deathbed because he got sick and fucking tired of all of the witches in our family alone surrounding him. So he gave up. He couldn't get near me because of my fucking bitter mom. He couldn't get near me because of his bitter mom. He couldn't get near me because of all of that wicked witchcraft, all the spell work. When he got married, so many people was wishing ill will on his marriage. They didn't even want him with a new woman. They wanted him by himself, suffering. That's why he gave up at 27 years old. So some of y'all fathers are have fought to be around you. But they were victim to witchcraft, unfortunately. Voodoo. Some of your mamas, y'all remember back in the day when they used to say putting blood in spaghetti and all that. And that's disgusting. But these people was actually doing that shit. That's nasty. When you playing with folks' food and sprinkling shit in their food and spraying negative energy over their shit and drinks and all, you literally doing witchcraft. And some of y'all mamas unfortunately dabbled in voodoo. Trying to make this, doing love spells. That's why I do not recommend doing love spells on nobody. Because you trying to make somebody fall in love with you that don't even like your ass. And then when that spell break, now they fucking can't stand you. Now they want to fucking knock your ass loose because why am I here with you against my will? You done fucked around and put some spells on their ass. Some of y'all doing it through your vaginas. Some of y'all trying to dick whip folks. That's witchcraft. Stop trying to dick whip people. Stop trying to pussy whip people. Stop trying to force people to fall in love with you sexually. Stop trying to force people to fall in love with you through love spells. Stop it. Love will naturally come to you if you are operating in love, right? But when you trying to force it and manipulate it, that shit will backfire on you bad. All right? Back to what I was saying. None of this was your fault. If your loved one passed away and you feel guilty, it wasn't your fault. It was already divinely guided. Okay? So no longer carrying that weight of guilt. All right? Somebody says, please please release that old tired shell of me so that I may truly transcend. The body may die, but the spirit never does. When you heal, my soul is freed. So some of y'all are holding on to your old loved ones like granddaddy, grandmothers. Yes, she was 100 years old. Yes, you miss her. But you holding on to that grief is stopping confirmation. It's stopping your grandmother from transcending. Again, confirmation, excuse me. You are stopping your grandparents, your parents, your loved ones from transcending truly. They are being stuck and stagnant in this spirit realm, in the spirit realm, in the low vibrational spirit realm, because you have not released them energetically. That's why when they pass away and you say, I just can't, I ain't gonna let you go. I can't. And you literally trying your best to hold on to every little memory for dear life. What you're doing is you keeping yourself stuck. You are being selfish for one. You cannot be selfish. Let them go. Release that shell of what you miss and allow them to come to you in their new body. Some of y'all have lost loved ones, but they reincarnate themselves back in your family through other babies, new babies. So have you ever experienced a loved one sick, right, and dying, but then somebody in your family pregnant? And then when that loved one passes, the new babies that are born remind you of those loved ones. If you believe that the spirit transcends and reincarnates, it does. So I can remember when my grandfather on his deathbed passed away through diabetes. My sister was pregnant with my nephew. And so every time my granddaddy went to get ready to go to the hospital and was about to pass away, my sister almost went in labor. And it was like it was counter reacting. Granddaddy went to the hospital, she did too. When granddaddy came out of the hospital, she did too. Whenever granddaddy went back in, so did she. And my nephew kept going breech. And so finally, because mind you, I'm visiting granddaddy on one floor. Then I would have to go to another floor to visit my sister to make sure she was fine. And so when granddaddy finally decided to go ahead and transcend, my nephew came in. And when I tell y'all, my nephew acts just like my granddaddy. So like I like to tell people, you miss your loved one, they're probably already here inside of your niece and nephews, inside of your new cousins that were born at the same around that time. You just got to look for them in the family. They just in a little bitty body now. They had to get a new shell. That old tired shell they was living in was full of sickness, full of sadness, full of depression, full of anxiety, full of everything. It was full. And it had to start over fresh. It's like a phone. You know how when you get a new phone, an old phone, you keep that phone for 20,000 years. And then it starts saying storage out, ran out of storage, old storage full. You are no different. And so your loved one's storage was full. And they had to get a new phone, a new body, a new vessel. And they found that new vessel or finding a new vessel. Because some of y'all are probably pregnant right now. Some of y'all are probably finna birth your ancestor and you just don't know it. So instead of you grieving, you need to be looking for them because they're around you somewhere. Okay? It says, can you say happy birthday to my little brother Dixon Myers? He turned 6 today. Guess what, mama? Happy birthday to little Dixon. And if Dixon is still here, which I hope, but if not, then guess what? I apologize about that. But guess what? You have the power, just like I do, to talk to your loved one. You do not need me to. I promise you. I am not one of those readers that's going to say you got to come through me. I'm not one of those. You know, just like when you go to church and you think that you need a preacher to pray for you to get your prayer answered by God. No. I'm the type of reader that's going to lead you back to yourself. Because you are just as powerful as me, but you got to believe it. Okay? So I don't want you to think that you got to critch off of me. You tell Dixon happy birthday out loud right now. Right now. Say it 3 times. All right? So when you heal, when you free yourself from guilt and shame, right? When you let go of that old shell of that loved one, their soul is freed and so is yours. And then they can come and visit you freely when they want to. Right? Somebody said, you are every spit of me. Woo, child. Some of y'all look just like your loved one. I ain't gonna lie, look at me. If y'all see my biological father, y'all will be like, good, you a spitting image. You know how your mama say, good, they spit you out. That means you look just like them. You might act like them. You might talk like them. You might walk like them. You feel me? And sometimes that's why people resent you when other loved ones passed away. Because like when my father passed away, everybody in the family resented seeing me because I reminded them so much of him. I look just like this man. I'm talking about every spit of this man. I used to tell people, I'm literally, if you want to know what my daddy looked like, just shave my head. Give me a low haircut. Give me some muscles. I'm just like him. Like, I'm just a female. So, some people will despise you and resent you because you look just like that loved one that they miss. You know, and like my aunt, which was my daddy's sister, like she was so crazy about her brother. But every time I came around, it's like she loved me, but she hated me at the same time because I reminded her so much of her brother. So, unfortunately, our relationship didn't work out because of, I guess because I was scarily accurate, an accurate copy and paste of him, literally. So some of y'all look just like your loved ones. And I ain't gonna lie, I might not look just like my nanny mom, my great grandma. But baby, I know I act like her ass. I ain't lying. I act just like my nanny. So that's what I'm telling you. You got the power, you got the sauce, you got the energy. All you got to do is tap in, look in the mirror. If your nanny was magical and spiritual and powerful, she was a tarot reader, if she was a spiritualist or whatever, you probably look and act just like your nanny. You got so many traits of them, you just don't even know it. And you missing them, but just don't know they living through you, boo. That's why you got to choose to live and not die. That's why you got to stop just existing. Are you living or are you just existing? Because a lot of y'all, when we lose loved ones, we just let go. That means now you just going through life, just moping. You just a zombie. You ain't even got no soul no more because you done let your soul leave with that loved one. And your loved one is telling you, baby, I need you to call your soul back right now. Call back all of your powers. Say right now, out loud, I call back all of my powers, squeaky clean back to me from all four corners of this earth. I'm going to say it again. I call back all of my powers, squeaky clean, back to me from all four corners of this earth. One more time for the people in the back. I call back all of my powers, squeaky clean, back to me from all four corners of this earth. And do that every day until you start feeling your vibe come back to you. Because some of y'all done floated away. And what I tell people, it's okay to float away and grieve and disappear a little bit. But make sure you leave a stream for somebody to be able to pull you back to earth. Okay? Don't float so far out that nobody can catch you. Some of y'all been depressed and sad for 10 years because your mama passed away. Because your daddy passed away. Every holiday come around, you get depressed, you get sad, you get down, you don't want to fool with nobody. Every Christmas, I get it, it's sad. But you think they want you sad every dreadful year? You think they want you to give up on everything? No! They want you to keep living. Because when you show up to the Christmas dinner, when you show up to the Thanksgiving dinner, when you show up, so do they. Okay? So I just heard, I love you. All right? So you look every spirit of your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your granddaddy. All right? An inheritance was left for you. And like I say, an inheritance, and it's unexpected too. So some of y'all probably finna receive an unexpected inheritance. Inheritance does not always mean materials. It could be a picture. Because when my daddy died, I had nothing of him. I couldn't get Social Security because they did not get a DNA test for me. I couldn't get what my sisters got. My sisters got all the insurance money and all that shit. I didn't even have a picture of my daddy. The only picture I had of my daddy was on his obituary. And the only picture that I had was left that was in my memory of him from the last time I saw him, right? And before my daddy passed, he apologized to me for not being there physically. He cried, y'all. He came to me one night in the middle of the night and he laid his head on my chest. And he cried so bad, apologizing to me for not being present. And I looked him in his eyes and I said, Daddy, I always loved you. I never stopped. Because if I hate you, then that means I hate myself. And I'll never hate myself. So I knew that my father loved me. And he knew he was sick, but I didn't. So my father had already asked for forgiveness from me before he even got on his deathbed. So when he got ready to pass, it was no point in me hating him or holding resentment, even though I still did a little bit because that's just human reaction. But I worked on it and I'm still working on that. But back then, I was like at peace because he had already apologized to me. And he's still apologizing to me from his grave. And my father been gone since I was 12. I'm damn near 40. So I'm not saying get over it tomorrow. I'm not saying act like you done with grief. But what I'm saying is stop being depressed every fucking birthday, every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, every Easter, every. You get sad because that loved one is no longer there physically. They don't want that. Your loved ones do not want you depressed every fucking holiday. They sick of that shit, actually. And the more you get, well, today my daddy's birthday, so I'm going to stay in the house and be sad and be down on my luck. And they don't want that. They want you present. Celebrate your loved ones. I can remember when our loved ones would pass away, they would say homegoing on the obituary. They would say homegoing. Or it would say sunrise and sunset. On my daddy's obituary, it says sunrise, which would mean when he's born, and when the sun set, when he passed. So we called it a homegoing celebration because you celebrate that spirit. Because when you celebrate them when they pass, you are lifting them up to the higher realms. But when you are depressed and insecure and full of anxiety and negativity, you are dragging them back down and weighing them down. You are anchoring their spirit to this fucking earth. And that's not fair. That's selfish. So are you selfishly holding on to your passed on loved one right now? And if you are, release them, please. Forgive them, forgive you, and release them, please. I'm not the one that said it. They did. They said, please release that old, tired shell of me so that I may truly transcend. The body may die, but the spirit never does. When you heal, my soul is freed. So as long as you're unhealed, you are anchoring down your loved one. And you are anchoring down and weighing down yourself. Because you are walking around with a bunch of grief and mourning and all of this on your shoulders. And you wondering why life is lifing. You wondering why you just can't seem to find you a break. You just can't seem to have a good life. Because you weighed down by grief. You weighed down because you won't go and actually allow yourself to feel so you can heal. So you literally wearing grief and mourn like a badge of honor, and it's not. We get it. You lost somebody, but you gained an angel. But you think I want to look up every day on Facebook or every holiday, every birthday, you sad as hell because this person died 20 years ago. You still sad about somebody that passed away 20 years ago. I get it. But at the same time, they looking at you like, stop it. This is a nightmare. This is a nightmare for you and me. I'm a butterfly. I'm a bee. Didn't y'all watch when Moana, when her grandmama said, when her grandmama transcended and she became a stingray? Some of y'all grandparents, some of your fathers and mothers that passed away, your loved ones passed away, they trying to transcend into something else beautiful. But they can't because you grieving. They can't because you're mourning. They can't because you just refuse to let go of the old tired shell that you still wish you could get back. No, that's not reality. You're not going to get that back. Stop trying to die so you can go be with them. How about you live so you could be with them? How about that? Choose to live and not die. Okay? Somebody lift something for you. And I can remember one day I had been asking my daddy. I was like, Daddy, you ain't leave me nothing. I ain't getting nothing from you. I don't even got no picture. The only picture I got of you is that damn obituary. And who want to sit there and keep looking at an obituary? Not me. So one day, my other father figure before he passed was in my life. And I started, migrating around him because, of course, every girl wants to be a daddy girl. And so I was around my other father. And he was loving on me real hard. And I felt my daddy, my biological father in the spirit world. Oh, he was jealous, y'all. He got jealous. Y'all know how men is. They be jealous when they alive and they be jealous in their death too. And baby, y'all, my daddy had got jelly. And I one day went to go visit my mother. And when I was sitting at the table talking to my mama, my stepfather came out of the room. And my stepfather had a picture of my biological dad that I never saw before. And he came and gave it to me. And when I looked at the picture, my dad was sitting on the picture looking like this. And I could read the energy, and the energy was like, yeah, the fuck you thought? I'm still here. Yeah, just because I'm gone don't mean shit. And my daddy was a Cancer. So he wasn't really the talkative type of person. So even though he was he had a quiet strength about himself. He was very strong, but he was quiet. And so even in his passing, I felt his quiet strength. And when I got that picture, I looked at that picture, I said, I would talk to the picture just like that. I was like, yup, I knew it. I said, I felt you. I knew you were going to do something. He had to let me know, I'm still with you. Even though you can't see me, I hear you. Oh, you going to go get another daddy? Oh, hell yeah, I'm jelly. And he was letting me know by sending that picture through my stepfather, my mother's husband, who was his stepbrother, by the way, because I told y'all my mama wasn't shit. I'm sorry. And if she watched this live, mama, you was shit. I'm sorry. I love you, but you was shit. And if you had to talk to me and giving me answers, we would not be here calling you ain't shit. I love you, but you know you wasn't shit. You wasn't shit for leaving me out without answers. You wasn't shit for, how you talked about my daddies. You wasn't shit for blocking. You know that. So it's time to take accountability. You tried to sweep the shit under the rug, and now look. So at the end of the day, face your demons or they gonna face you. And so at the end of the day, my stepfather, because my mama she just had an eye for what she wanted. So my stepfather, who happens to be my daddy's stepbrother, because see, I live in the South. So the South, baby, they don't care. They'll fuck their brother and sister. That's why y'all call us kissing cousins. They don't mind. They don't care about incest down here. I do. Because, baby, I don't want now one of my cousins. I don't want nobody in my family not like that. But, unfortunately, back then, some of my family was flip-flopping and shit. You had cousins sleeping with cousins, sisters sleeping with brothers, brothers sleeping with sisters. You just had everybody fucking everybody because everybody just was horny. And so that's how some of us got retarded. Some of us slow. Some of us missing a limb because we've been mixed in the bloodline, unfortunately. So my stepfather was my biological father's stepbrother. So my stepdaddy got the picture from his mama of my biological daddy to deliver to me. There wasn't nothing but my daddy saying, here, girl, I know you've been wanting a picture of me. Oh, Lord, talking about some hate behavior. I ain't spreading no hateful behavior. I'm spreading the damn truth. If your mama ain't shit, she ain't shit. TikTok be killing me. I can sit here and cuss all day. But as soon as I go to telling the truth, you talking about I'm spreading hate. When I'm not spreading no hate, I'm spreading the truth. Okay? And even TikTok, your mama probably wasn't shit either. Stay focused. But back to what I'm saying. My dad in the spirit world knew that I wanted a picture of him, a real picture of him. And I had been asking everybody in the family for a picture of my dad. And everybody kept saying, we ain't got none, we ain't got none. He ain't take no pictures. But that picture mysteriously showed up out of nowhere. A picture that I had never seen before. So trust me, that was enough for me. So that was an inheritance. So I inherited a picture of my dad, right? So inheritances does not always have to refer to big houses, cars, clothes, and money. Because what if your loved one didn't have that shit when they died? What if all they had was a skateboard? What if all they had was some skates? Then you could inherit that. But stop always looking so out there. Be realistic, okay? Every family member doesn't have insurance. When they pass away, they didn't have life insurance. So some of y'all ain't gonna get no damn life insurance policy. Some of y'all might just get a ring or a necklace. You might just get a headscarf or a blanket. You might just get a picture. Be grateful to have a piece of your loved one. Stop always expecting that shit to be money or some material shit. Sometimes it could be a spiritual gift. It could be looks. You might wake up and one day you look more like your loved one than you ever did. You might be spiritual, but then you might inherit their gift. An inheritance is an inheritance. Stop always looking for it to be monetarily valued. Okay? Unbreak your own heart. Okay? Whew, I'm about to get ready. Because, baby, y'all is taking me down up in here. It's weighing me down. Anything else, little one? Anything else? Anything else? Y'all hit the hearts if you like this message. If you want to get some clarity or confirmation, hit the heart so I can feel your energy. And show me love if you want love back. The family is fighting over what belongs to you. Who fighting over what belongs to you? Somebody fighting over your birthright. Somebody is mad because you got the gifts and they didn't. Somebody going out of their way to stop you from receiving gifts, whether spiritually, physically, or emotionally, or mentally, whatever. You apply the energies where they go. The family is rivaling right now. And I know for a fact my family rivaling. Because let's be real, a lot of them went out of their way to stop me from getting inheritances. When my biological father died, they made sure I didn't get no Social Security money. When my other daddy died, I know for a fact he left me something. But his family was so grimy, they made sure I didn't get it too. But God is going to make sure I get what belongs to me. Even if he got to give it to me in another form. But I'm going to get what belongs to me. Whether we got to get it voluntarily or involuntarily. But they ass going to give back what belongs to me. And I'm going to sit back and I'm going to be grateful. I'm going to be calm and patient because I know what's mine is mine. And baby, you can't take that away. So you might have stole some money. But you best believe I'm getting that shit back. And even if spirit got to get it back in blood, I'm going to get my shit back. Regardless. All right, man. Sure will. They say you're doing a great job. Keep pushing. I see you. I see you. Keep pushing. I just heard Bun B. Keep on pushing. They said, don't worry about me. I got the victory. Bleed it. They got the victory. Your passed on loved one is good. Don't worry about me, boo. I got the victory. So your loved one right now is being delivered in the spirit realm. In the spirit realm. Devil, please. God, please remove that from my auric field because I'm so sick of saying it. Y'all see how easily I just prayed that away from me? Listen. Anyway, your loved one says they have the victory. They are victorious now in the spirit because now this message has been delivered to you. Now, hopefully, this can free you. And versus free and freeing you frees them. So We are going to get rid of those anchors that we have been using to hold down that spirit. Let that spirit fly and float and flutter like a butterfly and sting like a bee. And watch them come in and out and love on you. Watch them show you signs and symbols that they're near you. If you just believe. But you got to release what you want them to be and let them show you who they've become. Okay? I wish I had shown you more appreciation for all that you've done for me. Much gratitude. Some of y'all might have taken care of your loved ones. And you did right by them. But they probably didn't treat you right because they was on their deathbed and they was sick. They were heartbroken. They was fighting their mental. They were fighting just for their life all the way around. And so they couldn't be nothing but mean to you because they were hurting. And so they are apologetic about that because you did not deserve any of the pain that was caused. And so due to that, here's your question right here, y'all. Almighty dollar. Don't let money change you. Okay? Stay humble. So some of y'all do got an almighty dollar coming. If you want to know if you got some money coming, yep, it's right there. But don't be like those people out here who get some and act like a nigga that ain't never had shit. Stay humble. Stay sweet. Stay you. Stay focused. And give back and do right by those that do right by you. Right? And invest. Invest. Hold on, y'all, because they got to prove I ain't no damn robot. They get on my nerves with this shit. Y'all know I ain't no damn robot. But yeah, make healthy investments with this money. Don't let nobody flip your money for you. Don't fall in no get-rich-quick schemes. Okay? If it seems fishy, it is. All right? Don't let money change you. Somebody need to play that song. Almighty dollar, don't let money change you. Okay? Because, baby, it's easy to get money and forget where the fuck you came from. And just as quick as you get it, they will snatch it from you. So do right by it now. I ain't lying. And the family gonna be trying to stick to you. Oh, they gonna try to hang now. Oh, they want to be your best friend now. Oh, now they finna start fake calling and checking in on you. Because they know what's coming for you. They been trying to block it. Don't get their ass shit. Don't get their ass shit. If they left you suffering, you ain't got to make them suffer, but don't give them shit. Don't give them shit. I don't care because they talking about you. Let them talk. They wanted you down and out and broke. Nah, boo. So get what? You take that blessing and you go love on you. You take care of you. You do what's best for you. Start that business. That idea that's been in your head. And ask your angel and ancestors to help you carry it. Help you to be able to fund it. Help you to get that thing off the ground and keep it afloat. And to protect it with all costs. But we will not, I repeat, we will not be giving it away to people that didn't want you to have shit. I don't care because they coming to you crying, giving you faking like they drowning. Oh, well, my lights they got cut off. Oh, well, I ain't got no. But y'all had all that when you were trying to cock block me. You had all that when you were trying to fraud me, when you were trying to scam me. You had it, but you were looking down upon me. You thought you were better than me. But then now that almighty dollar is up in my face, over my head, now here you come with your hand out looking like cups. You can take that shit back to the pits of hell where you came from, boo. I don't give a fuck if it's $5. Don't get ass shit. Because they didn't want you to have shit. And we don't feel bad about it. You ain't got to be mean to them. Just say no. No with a complete sentence. You don't owe no explanations why you can't do it. Nope. I ain't got it. You better learn how to play broke. You better start looking broke. And don't be out here looking like money, because when you get the money, you start looking like money, then they want to come and borrow with their hand. You go take, you look like a bum when you around them. Look like you ain't got shit. Trick their ass. And then you go out of town, disappear, and that's when you wear your good shit. Go secretly buy their house and don't tell nobody about it. Go secretly get that new car and keep the old car and drive that one around them. And you drive that new car around the real folk. Get around the real folk. Nah, we ain't giving them no ride. Because if you let them near you, they going to suck you dry. They going to drain you out of everything because they didn't want you to have it anyway. So don't say I ain't warn you. That's why God done held a lot of your blessings off. Because God knew you was going to go and love on they broke asses. God knew you was going to share with them folks. They wouldn't share with you, though, but you would give them everything. Some of y'all done went in debt for these people, and they wouldn't even go in the shallow for you. But you done went in full deep in for them, and that's why your blessing being held back, because you ain't got rid of them yet. Do you still got some using ass family members around you? Do you still got some energy vampire friends around you? Do you got a bummy ass lover in your bed? Whether it's a female or a male. Do you got to forgive? Do your part so that you can get your blessings. You wondering why your blessings being held up? Because you probably got a damn rat in the circle. Telling all your business. You probably still going to the church where all them witches at. You ain't going to get that blessing because God know if I give it to you right now, you're going to fuck it up. Do the work. You know what you got to get rid of. You know who got to go. You know what's got to go. If you dealing with any addictions, got to go. Overeating, over drinking, over smoking. It's got to go because you going to blow it. That's why you ain't got it yet. Because you got to detox. You got to cleanse. Some of y'all need to declutter. Unblock the flow. Okay? Let's see if they open up now, because how to survive the grief. It says cry whenever you need to. Scream, shout, lay on the floor, sob in the shower, be still, run, walk, create, live your truth, share without fear, listen, release your pain, breathe, write, dance, be courageous, and throw away that map, okay? Wander, be real, be compassionate, and seek friendship. Be vulnerable, but don't fear being you. Go through and heal.